All right, so today we're going to dive into Elizabeth Gilbert's memoir, All the Way to the River. It is a really raw, unflinching look at love, addiction, and the brutal journey that starts when you promise to walk with someone all the way to the very end.
You know, it all kicks off with this one question that Gilbert thinks is totally universal, one that lands in every single life at some point. How the hell did I get here? It's that moment, right? You look around at the wreckage, at all the drama, and you just don't recognize the landscape of your own life anymore. And this, right here, is the absolute core of the book. Gilbert's suggesting that the desperate search for relief from the sting of life, that's not something unique to addicts. It's a profoundly human search. So this story, it's not about some other people, them. It's about the part of us that will do just about anything to soothe the pain. Okay, so for this first part, we're really going to dig into that question. And we'll look at how a deeply personal story can basically become a mirror for our own struggles and our own moments of feeling completely and utterly lost. I mean, it's kind of humbling, right? The idea that no matter how much you think you've got it together, how sane or stable you try to be, any one of us can get swept up. We can find ourselves washed up on these shores that feel so far away from who we really think we are. Gilbert basically poses these questions to connect her journey to ours. Because, let's be real. Who hasn't felt these things? Who hasn't gotten lost or kept secrets, longed for an escape, reached for something, anything, a person, a drink, a distraction, just for a moment of peace? This is the common ground where the whole story begins. So, how does this universal feeling build into this incredibly complex relationship? Well, that brings us to section 2. We're going to break down the dynamics that fueled both the intense love and the devastating addiction at the very heart of this memoir. Okay, first things first, we got to get this term down, codependency. And Gilbert has a really sharp definition for it. It's not just caring about someone, it's when you care more about their well-being than they do themselves. It's this belief that you are absolutely essential to their survival, or that they're essential to yours. And wow, this slide just nails the bait and switch of codependency, doesn't it? It starts out with this heroic, super romantic vibe. You complete me. I will be your hero. But where does it end up? Well, it ends in horror as you realize you've just been a spectator to someone else's life while completely losing track of your own. So then Gilbert drops this really powerful idea on us: lava. She argues that in a love addiction, the person isn't actually the drug. The drug is the lava they provide. It's that constant, steady stream of love, attention, validation, and approval. That's what the addict is really, truly chasing. So you might be asking, where's the line? When does a behavior cross over into a full-blown addiction? Well, the book gives us the super simple but really powerful 3-question test. And it's not about judgment at all. It's just about being honest with yourself. If the answer to these is yes, you're probably dealing with more than just a bad habit. All right, and that leads us right to the heart of the memoir, the central metaphor. It's the promise she made to walk with her partner Raya all the way to the river. And, it sounds romantic, but in reality, it's a journey into the deepest, darkest territory a relationship can go. Just let those words sink in for a second. Perilous, frighten and harm you. Yeah, this is not some gentle walk in the park. This is a flat-out warning. Being this close to someone, this intimate, it's rough, and it will change you fundamentally. And check this out. This slide literally maps out that journey for us. You can see it starts off beautifully, right? On 5th Avenue, it's charming and grand. Then it gets fun, vibrant over on 1st Avenue. But the path keeps going. It gets gritty and then sad in the projects. Then it turns downright dangerous on the highway. And the final destination? The river. A slurry of waste and skeletons. A powerful, powerful metaphor. And as you get closer to the end of that path, life just becomes, unmanageable. And from there, it just descends into pure chaos. Everything, and I mean everything, starts to unravel. You find yourself fighting reality. All the time. You're fighting the universe, you're fighting destiny, and man, is it exhausting. And this is where it all ends up. The final stop on the line. Caregiver collapse. That's the moment the person giving everything just breaks. They've run themselves into the ground, trying to save someone else, and there's just nothing left. So what happens after you hit rock bottom? After the collapse. Well, our final section is all about surrender. But it's not about giving up. It's about a really profound shift in your whole perspective that makes true recovery finally possible. And this is so, so important. Surrender isn't about being weak. It's actually the ultimate act of strength. It's finally accepting that you can't control the universe. You can't control another person. Heck, you can't even fully control your own desires. It's the moment you just stop fighting reality. And this right here, this might be the most powerful, transformative idea in the entire book. Think about it. Addiction is a narrowing of your world. You give up everything just for that one thing. But recovery, it's the exact opposite. It's an expansion. You give up that one thing, and in exchange, you get the entire world back. So we're going to end on this one quote from a conversation between Gilbert and Rhea, and it poses this huge question about courage. What really takes more bravery, to let go of life or to stay and face it with all its messiness and all its pain? It's a really challenging thought, you know? A lot to think about there. Thanks for joining me for this one.